Oh yeah, I was just letting everyone know about playoffs, so we're gonna try and cast the games tomorrow if possible.
Yes, very nice. Which is going to be exciting since I know for the games, the set that we're going to be casting, I haven't played my game yet. So,
It's gonna be pretty hype. You playing it tomorrow around deadline, then I assume.
yes, yes. Me and Diarrhea are going to meet up at a certain time.
Or Abstract Daddy. I don't think he goes by Diary anymore. Most
He'll
unless you
forever.
were in C
No, no, no.
in C unless you're in CPL one, you may not know who that is. But yes, Diarrhea Terran, Abstract Daddy, aka Diarrhea Terran from CPL season 1.
Snipe, I think it's pretty fair to say if you ever choose Diarrhea Terran as your name, you know,
Oh yeah.
you're bound to be called it forever.
Remember
That's
how
the
he
bet.
kept getting brown too? The brown Terran. All right, so this is our last series. Let's see if Team Beast can save some face and take some games here, take a series down. We have in the bottom left from Team Beast, the White Death, aka Gorgonoth, and in the top right, our Blue Terran from Chobos with Attitude, Navane. So yeah, we've casted both these players a couple of times, I think. I believe the last cast we did of Gorgo was a PvT. A game where he went for like that hidden DT tech and didn't do enough with it, like didn't kill off the
Oh,
detection
that's
enough with it.
right. Yes, he built proxy DT tech and he built like one or two DTs, which died eventually, and it kind of ended his rush.
Yeah,
I remember that.
so
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of want to see if he's going to do something like that again. Is he going to try for something a little more standard?
Well, he went for that
Um,
strategy on a completely different map though, Snipe. I think it was on
yeah, yeah,
Talcross.
yeah, yeah. It was on Towercross, but I mean, this is a map that you can definitely do some kind of cheese or proxy shenanigans. So let's see. And I know Navane. I think he's a fairly strong B teamer.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
from
won a
what I can
decent
tell
number of
so far
matches.
with Chobos with Attitude, all their B teamers are pretty strong.
They got some strong A teamers too, so
Yes, they do. Very stacked team. That's why
you can
they're
see why they want
completely
to win.
skipping the playoff phase, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's why they finished first and got the bye straight to the grand finals.
Yeah, they're pretty much like what is it in the Pokemon games? Like Red. He's just that dude sitting on the mountain or whatever, waiting for people to show up.
Yeah. So look what we got going on here. Proxy pylon.
Oh, so he's doing it again, maybe.
Am I good at predicting this stuff or what? I don't
I don't
know.
know. Hold up. Wait, 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 wait,
It
wait,
could be
wait.
something else. It may not be DD
That
proxy.
pylon doesn't make any sense. Why would he build a pylon at 13 supply? He doesn't even have he doesn't even have a core yet.
I don't know.
And there's no probe around to build anything. That seems like a mistake to me. And
Maybe he's
now,
just building it there.
now that he oh my god. Yeah, so he showed the probe, and he almost maybe might have suggested the SUV follow it this way. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's
All
gonna
right.
be a DT rush.
We'll have to see what he's gonna make here. Gateway.
Gateway, what is this?
Well, his core just finished, so he couldn't make the tech. He could now. Maybe he's just gonna do 2-gate pressure
Hmm.
because he's leaving. The probe is leaving this location now. Like
I'm not
Navane's
sure
gonna
what's
get
going
in
on.
here. Like this should be some red flags for Navane. Like he got in here, he only sees one pylon around, one gateway. He's like, you should be questioning. Okay, where's that other money gone? Like, the Protoss should have 2 or 3 pylons by now.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely a pylon missing in the main. So I would assume right off the bat, proxy robo, proxy DT tech. It's definitely something that should be in the back of his mind as he plays this game out.
Yeah, I believe the range was started a little late too. When he got there, I don't think range had started when the SCV first got in, which could also be another tell. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be for just some 2-gate goon pressure.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the added benefit of delaying your core so that you can add a pylon for a proxy gate though. Like it really could have just had the same effect if he built two gateways in his main.
Well, Shoop, this is another one of your B team Protosses. So,
What are you
what's your
trying to
excuse?
say, Snipe?
What's your excuse?
I I have none. I have no excuse.
No, I mean you can do stuff like this. I've seen even do a proxy with doing a 3-gate goon bust,
Yeah.
especially against something like a Rax FE. Um, but Navane's playing it pretty safe. Oh,
This is a pretty awkward engagement.
okay. He just saw the one Dragoon as he was leaving. He's like, okay, what's going on
Oh,
here?
but the tank's right in front. Just snipe it.
Oh no.
Very nice.
Okay, that was well played.
This could be game
getting that
ending.
tank- Yeah,
Oh my
getting
God.
that first tank. He hasn't lost a single Dragoon yet. He does have mines, so some well-placed
Snipe
mines if
mine.
Cargo doesn't pick him off. Okay, so he shouldn't necessarily die unless
Don't go on,
Cargo's
don't go
gonna
on, don't go
gonna suicide into some. Oh what?
Yo,
The
lucky.
goons all survived. So that could have been a lot worse. Okay, so now that he's gotten in and delayed this, I think he's
Oh.
just going to win here.
He needs to sit on top of the factories and make sure the vultures can't lay any more mines. Ay, ay, ay.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
he
is
had a chance
already
to
a
win.
lot of damage, though.
Don't do
he's
it!
gonna run into some more mines. Losing two goons there.
Go. Oh my god.
Two of these dragoons are very, very injured. One has 2 health, the other has 6.
Yeah, but look. Oh my god.
If, he needs to target the other dragoon. That's unfortunate.
I mean, this is an excellent spot for Gorgo.
Yeah, despite the maybe inefficient way that he approached the strategy, by building, the pylon maybe a little early and everything, I think he's just gonna end up running over Navane here with this.
But he's doing the panic macro, so he has 3 or 4 units queued up on both of his gateways. Really,
Oh, no.
build a robo instead. Build a nexus instead. It doesn't benefit you at all to queue up units like that. Like, it's really more like fake macro, because you're lowering the money you have on your screen. But this is so much damage from Navane.
I mean, if Navane does hold this off and kill off these Dragoons, he's not going to be in a terrible position just because Gorgo hasn't been making any probes behind this. He hasn't expanded behind this. Like, he's putting all his focus, I guess, into these Dragoons. I would have liked to see, he's banking up to 800 minerals now. Like, yeah, doing this is nice, and I think he's probably going to win with it. But in the case that Terran does hold this, you want to be spending that money, furthering your own tech and your own, like, expand behind this, get your tech up behind this.
Yeah, because you should always be thinking of a follow-up, right? Like, if what you're doing now doesn't end the game, what's your follow-up? What are you going to do? How are you going to stay in the game?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if Navane held this off, he would actually be in... Okay, he's taking a lot of damage, sure. But if he held this off without taking a lot of damage,
Yeah.
he would be in a good spot just because Gorgo hasn't taken advantage of this by, look, he's at 1,000 minerals here early into the game. He could have put down 2 Nexus, he could put down some more gateways, he could have got some tech.
GG. So, no matter what happens, Team Beast did not get shut out. We have one on the board, guys.
Oh,
One
yes,
on the
you got
board.
one.
Good job, Gorgo. Give that man a cookie.
There you go. You got one win. Not necessarily a series win. I mean, Navane could still definitely take this 2-1.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not a shutout anymore. Team Beast is on the map. We're good. So even if we lose 1-8, at least we got one.
All right. Well, let's get into game 2 here. See if Navane can bring it back, or if Gorgo can seal up a win for Team Beast. Spawning in the bottom left, we have our purple Terran, losing to that interesting strategy by Gorgo, Navane. And in the top right, another orange Protoss from Gorgo. Looks like they're talking about the last game. It was my mistake to move out to aggro. Uh, okay, he's saying it was a 10-15.
I have no
I
idea,
didn't
but that's not the right 10-15 gate if you're building pylon on 13.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Normally you're getting your second gate way before your second pylon doing 10-15 gate. What is your MMR?
Low. Very funny.
Aren't we all? Nice little talk here in the game.
Very philosophical.
Yeah. So Navane was asking what his mistake was. I'm not sure, like with his SCV, if he noticed that Gorgo only had one pylon in the base. That should send up red flags. And noticing there was only one pylon in the base, then yes, moving out is too aggressive. Because you know something's coming, right?
Or throw on a
So you
bunker
wanna try
even, right?
Yeah. So you would have wanted to play more defensively there, only seeing one pylon in Protos's base, and try and find like, okay, what is he doing if he's missing these pylons? Where is it? Try and scout for that proxy, and see what it is. So if it's a gateway, you know, you can DT tech, you can get the turrets, you can get your defenses ready. So that's what I would say to Navane about that.
Yeah, and in fairness, Snipe, I have to say, I just think Gorgo got incredibly lucky with some of those, how those mines popped and got off. Because honestly, I think he should have lost every single goon, right? But it didn't work out that way, so he was able to do a lot more damage than I think was expected.
For sure. Interested to see what he's going to do this game. I imagine we'll see something more straight up out of Gorgo. I don't think he's going to try that again necessarily. That's kind of a build you only want to do once in a while. Let's see. He's opting for a Zealot first. His pylon's a little late. He's got himself supply block, so he can't make any more probes. So if you're going Zealot first, you're usually making it at around 14 supply, and then you're cutting probes for slightly to get the pylon up first, and once you get the pylon at 16 out of 17, then you make another probe.
Yeah, because then that way you ensure smoother probe production.
Yeah, and then at the same, you'll be building that extra probe, and your pylon will finish at the same time as your core and your Zealot pops out. So you'll be able to queue up a Dragoon pretty much right away there and continue probe production. Just a slight little thing you can improve on there.
Yep, and it looks like Gorgo's sending out his Zealot, trying to be a little bit aggro.
I think it looks like he sent it top left, even though his probe was bottom left.
Yeah, it must have been a rally he had to
SCV
fix.
Or something. Could have been looking for that SCV. You saw the SCV, maybe trying to kill it, but.
Very, very standard play from both the players so far, but yeah, see the Zealot came a little bit late, and now there's more Marines.
Okay, yeah, running away. Don't need to uselessly lose the Zealot if you're not going to do damage.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
All right. The SCV gets in and sees that Gorgo's throwing down a second gateway here instead of a Nexus.
I'm not sure how I feel about this, because the entire time Gorgo knows, or the Protoss knows, that it's a cross position. So deciding to go for an aggressive 2-gate sort of build, I think is unusual. I'm not too sure the reasoning behind it. Maybe he suspects 2-fact and he wants to have enough units to survive. Not too sure.
And he should be throwing down a pylon too. Is he gonna get a Nexus off of this as well?
Oh, is he gonna be supply blocked?
Yeah. He's got both Dragoons, but he can't make any more probes again, which again is doing damage to yourself economically.
Yeah, I don't see any pylon warping in for him. This is such a big supply block. Holy crap.
Nexus first before a pylon. Okay, now he's getting a pylon. So again, it goes back. He's just being inefficient with his build. He could definitely clean that up. If you're gonna do this, after you threw down the
He's
second
gonna walk into
gateway,
a mine.
then throw down the pylon. Then throw down the pylon. And usually with 2 gates, you want to get the robo before your nexus, just to have the obs to detect for mines. Because 2 gate is an aggressive build, like you want to pressure with your goons and do damage, but you're also going to need the obs to see mines. Like, you're not going to be able to pressure with your 2 gate dragoon if you can't see the mines and you just lose all your dragoons to mines.
Unless you're Bisu. And then you micro everything, because mines don't mean jack squat.
Yeah, unless you're Bisu, you know, playing ASL against Sock.
Yeah.
That.
Incredible game.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, look it up. I think the YouTube video is Dragoons Don't Suck, You Do or something.
Yeah.
It's just like a short video clip of Bisu, you know, showing the power of Dragoons. Pretty cool. Very nice for anyone who's a Protoss fan.
I don't know. I don't think there's many Protoss fans around.
There might be 1 or 2. So now Gorgo's going up to a 3rd gate and a robo. So I mean, this is kind of what you're going to be looking at in a standard game. You're going to have 3 gateways and a robo off of 2 bases. But just the way he went about it was a little bit inefficient. Put himself a little bit behind. Definitely he could clean up his build.
Yeah, so it seems to me like Gorgo has a pretty good concept of what he needs to have, right? Like a nexus at a certain time, 3 gateways, and a robo. But how he gets there is definitely not the cleanest and not the most efficient route. Because obviously at a lot of points he was supply blocked, not building probes, not building units. So all those things probably snowballed and compounded to a point where, you know, he might have had another 3 or 4 extra goons. But due to being supply blocked, etc., he doesn't have those units anymore.
Yeah, and we actually have another supply block from him, so he's building a couple pylons here. So I would say to Goro, yeah, like work on paying attention to your supply and not getting yourself supply blocked, learning the build a little better. Like we can see their supplies are basically even, where Protoss should definitely be ahead at this point. Not a bad timing for the 3rd Nexus. And again, it could have been a little bit sooner had his build been more optimized, but I still like it. You know, quick 3rd.
Yeah.
However, never mind.
Yeah, he's playing against 5 fact though, and I don't think he scouted it. The observers hasn't even made it to the net yet, and it might be flying over a turret.
Okay, yeah.
He doesn't have the information he needs because at this point, 3 gates is not enough. He needs to have so many.
Yeah, I want to take that back actually. Now I don't necessarily like his 3rd base here. So another reason to get the obs out earlier is so you can scout what Terran's doing. Like if Terran's gonna do this 5 fact off of 2 base, and you're gonna be on 3 gateways, he's just gonna run you over because you're not gonna have enough, you know, to defend it. Unless you get like really lucky with some good bind drags, or you can really delay the Terran's push with, you know, forcing sieges all the way across the map. You're going to be in a bad spot. One thing that I will say is to his advantage is that it's cross map, but I don't think, I mean, if Terran moves efficiently, moves out at the right time here, I don't think it's going to be enough to save Gorgo.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a rough position, but from the looks of it, just from where the Terran's sieging up, I don't think he will be too aggressive. I don't see him building a 3rd CC though, so I'm assuming he'll try to push across his own bridge and try to make a play happen, but I don't know.
I mean, he should move out pretty soon. Okay, looks like he is going to. If he was just going to sit back, I don't like the point of going 5 fact is to be aggressive and put on some pressure to the Protoss. So the longer you wait, the more time you're giving Protoss. So I would definitely like to see him move out now, like unsiege these tanks and just go. The longer he takes, the more time he gives Gorgo to prepare for this.
Yeah, and crucially, he's still on 3 gateways only.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, that's really huge. To be able to handle, like, keep up with the Terran macro from a 5 fact, you definitely want to have, like, 8 gateways at least pumping units.
He's also got a forge and started adding cannons. These cannons are definitely early. The forge, decent time, but he's upgrading armor instead of attack as well.
In my point of view, it also seems like the Terran's push is being a little bit inefficient and slow. He took like 2 minutes to gain, I don't know, a few blocks of space.
Yeah.
And it's giving Gorgo a lot of time to build up enough forces to potentially break the push. He is okay. Gorgo supply blocked and he's down like 16 supply, so maybe that's not the case. But
Yeah, I think like he's pushing across now. I think he's still gonna win with this. I mean, I have a hard time seeing Gorgo holding this unless he can get some good engagements, like a really good engage here. But it was still a mistake to take a long time to push across. The point of going 5-fact, as we mentioned, is to be more aggressive and punish the Protoss. It's especially effective against the Protoss going for like a fast third. If they're not prepared for it, they're just gonna die a lot of the time. So I don't know about this. Gargo's just like sacrificing these Dragoons to these tanks. Okay. Backing up now. Like kind of trying to stall out this push, I think.
yeah, I think honestly, Navane should be just unsiege and pushing to wherever he wants to go as soon as possible. I think he's being much too slow about it. I mean, I'm not too sure, but it just feels like he could be going straight to the third and putting on a lot of pressure. But instead, it's kind of like this really, I don't know. Maybe he's respecting his opponent's macro too much. Doesn't want to overextend.
Well, I mean, if we look at the time of the in-game clock, it's like 12 minutes. Normally around this time, Protoss is going to be, like in a standard straight-up game, no harass or anything, Protoss is going to be max or close to, and Terran should be getting close to that 2-1 timing. So the fact that the 5-fact push is coming, at the time where Terran's normally going to be getting close to move out with a maxed army, means that if Protoss was, on top of everything, on top of his macro, he would just simply crush this and crush the Terran. But because Gargo's delayed himself, and because, I mean, he's got a good position on the bridge, and Gargo's
my god,
he's just gonna take the game here. I think there's nothing Gorgo can really do.
He lost all his units piecemeal. That was really rough.
All right, GG.
Yeah, well, it took him a while,
Navane
but
does tie it up.
he found the good position, the position he wanted. He eventually got it.
Yeah. So yeah, Navane does tie that up. So we are going to a game 3 for the first time tonight.
Wow, I didn't even know that was possible. Wow, CPL can have people
Game
play
3.
3 games, not just 2-0. Oh my god.
Our team has had a ton of game 3s, and we've lost them all.
Yeah,
That's how we have like we have a winning record in number of games, despite only winning 2 series out of 8.
It's hilarious.
Just because of all of the 1-2s we've had. All right. So this will be the final game of the night. Can your boy Gorgo do it and get a win for Team Beast?
I
It all
hope
comes
so.
down to this.
Because I honestly don't remember.
All comes down to this.
I already told you, Snipe. No matter what happens, we didn't get shut out. So that's a win in of itself, right?
Okay,
Chobos with attitude, they're the best in the league. We didn't get 0-8'd by their B teamers. I can sleep easy.
All right. So on the left-hand side of the map, we have our blue Terran, who just tied the series up, Navane. And what a surprise, another orange Protoss here on the right side of the map. The White Death, aka Gorgonoth, aka another caster in the league.
Very nice. Okay, so on this map, I actually do fully expect Gorgo to be going for something like a 2-gate build again. Because that would make sense due to the inverted ramp. Your Dragoons, if you're aggro with them, are way more likely to do... Whoa! That pylon's in a weird spot, man.
What?
That pylon's in a funky spot.
maybe he's gonna build a line of pylons across his base and build the gateways underneath it.
Well, I guess it's actually not too bad. It's not too bad, but just looked a little
I,
weird
I,
to me.
I still would have liked to see it maybe closer to the other side of the minerals or below the next, but we'll see where he goes with this. But yes, back to what you were saying before. This is definitely a good map for doing some sort of pressure as a Protoss against Terran because of the low ground mains. So something like a 10-15 gate can be really strong here, or just like a standard 2-gate robo. Something to like kind of keep the Terran into his base,
Oh, and
or
also,
pressure him early.
I'm not sure if you noticed this, Snipe, but Gorgo sends out a super early pylon scout. So maybe he's going to go for a gas steal? Gas steals out rush?
That's usually the only reason you send a pylon scout is
Where's he
a
going?
gas deal in this.
Don't build a pylon.
Oh,
Don't
he's
build
gonna
another
proxy.
pylon. You don't
gonna
need
do
another
it.
pylon.
He's gonna do another
Don't
proxy.
do it. Don't do it.
He's going to.
Why?
There
But
it is.
why? Oh, if he trapped his
He
probe, I
trapped
would
his
laugh.
probe. I think.
Did he?
I don't
Did
know.
he? Oh my God, Gorgo. We're gonna have to have a talk later. Oh my God, did he?
We'll have to see where he's gonna go with this. He's building his core now. Again, the core should have been before the pylon. Yeah,
Oh
he did
my
trap the probe.
God. Oh my God.
He's just realizing it now. I can just hear him cursing himself. Oh, that's painful to see. Sending another probe out there now. So this is just
No
putting
way.
himself pretty far behind, like
No
choosing this
way.
the strategy and not executing it properly in the first place, and then having this happen is just putting himself really far behind.
It's so funny because the other build he did in the previous game, 2 gateways in his base, would have been an infinitely better option. Like, because instead he had to build like a pylon at 14 supply.
Oh, is this Marine gonna see the? Okay, no. I was like, the Marine was walking out. I was like, he's gonna intercept the probe. Man,
I can't believe it. Gorgo's actually still, he's still dedicated to the plan. Oh my God.
all right, Navane's about to
Ugh.
get in.
You know what? You know what could have been pretty interesting. Snipe?
Oh,
He
what?
could have used it to proxy tech. Like, he could have proxied a robo.
Yeah.
He could have proxied a Templar tech.
Yeah.
That would have worked too.
I was like, yeah, maybe he'll just do that instead behind there, but he's gonna build the gate. It looks like Navane was building a bunker and then canceled it. He doesn't. I don't know what prompted him to start it and then cancel it, not seeing anything. Is this another pylon? Oh, what is going on?
Where?
So
Where?
now, kind of above the natural.
Gorgo, what are you doing? What are you
So-
doing, Gorgo?
Yeah, I mean, Navane is scouting the base here. Like, he should be really suspicious. Like, why does Protoss still only have one pylon? No.
A shield battery.
What? Can Navane see that? Yes, he can. All right, Navane sees the shield battery.
Oh my God.
He's actually gonna send out these Marines to go and kill it. I mean, it's a kind of a creative idea. I don't know. The first tank is almost done, and siege mode is being researched. Huh.
Yeah.
He
Range.
does have an opportunity to kind of run these Dragoons by and pick off this tank. It's not really blocked here. He's just got a bunker. He doesn't have the barracks to help block. I mean, if he can
powers
break,
down.
yeah, if he breaks the bunker and kills the tank, I mean, he can just win here. But okay, oh, he lost his Dragoon. That's rough. He does get the tank, so that's nice. I don't know what's going on.
He's not pulling his Dragoons out of range. They're softened up so badly. Oh my God.
Is he gonna lose them?
Yeah, it's. Oof. Uh-oh.
Now this tank is gonna. Yep.
Yeah, there goes that strategy. Completely blocked. Navane is in an incredibly good position. I don't see a way for Gorgo to follow up unless he really commits to the all-in and just goes right now. If he goes right now.
Yeah. He can still, if he leads forward with one of those full health Dragoons, and
He's
just
doing
goes
it.
after the tank. Oh, he's leading with the weakened Dragoons though.
That's it. GG.
Is he gonna get the tank? Yeah, he does get the tank, which
Doesn't
is nice, but
matter.
he lost 5 Dragoons
For
there.
one tank.
For one tank, yeah.
And he has no expansion. He's down 15 supply. That's it. There's no follow up to that.
He's
and-
definitely in a bad spot.
Also, to point out, the shield battery wasn't used ever.
He did use it.
Did he?
What did he? Yeah, I saw. But
Oh.
like, I don't know how effective or useful you could say that was.
Yeah.
If it was really worth it. And all right, he's gonna kill off the shield battery now.
Damn. I applaud the effort for Gorgo, but yeah, the execution definitely needed to be tightened up a bit. Especially that first this first probe, chopping it like this. I mean, he could have built it anywhere else. He could have built it over here. Built it closer. Wouldn't have been chopped by anything.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sit Gorgo down and go over some of these builds. Like, if it's fine if he wants to do like 2-gate builds or DT builds, or mix it up with these kind of things, but show him like kind of what you want to do or how to execute them.
Yeah, because in this case, he'd be better off just playing standard, because he's putting himself behind by trying out these strategies that he's not familiar with. And I think that's something to consider, pretty much at a lot of levels. Instead of going for gimmicky tricks that might confuse yourself, just go for standard, what you're comfortable with, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, right now we can see Navane is ahead in supply as the Terran. Not a spot you want to be in as Protoss.
Yeah.
Navane has this expansion up and running where he's already mined like 300 minerals from all these patches. He's just getting a gas. I mean, he's going up to 5 facts now. What does Gorgo have? He has 2 gateways, 1 proxied. He's getting a citadel. He doesn't have a robo, so there's gonna be no detection. He's not even gonna know what the Terran's up to. It's kind of an interesting choice. Maybe he's gonna go for some DTs.
It looks like it, but it might be too little too late. There's already a missile turret right here, smack dab in the net.
And he is getting a robo now too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, now he's getting a Templar Archives, yeah. Gorgo, if you're watching, if you do want to know a decent, 10-15 build with a DT follow-up with goon pressure, I can show you one. I've actually used it a couple times throughout the league. I can show you how to properly do it. Just hit me up sometime. Because just the way you've done it just doesn't make a lot of sense. You're just spending money that in places that doesn't need to be spent, or not prioritizing the right things necessarily all the time.
Yeah. I mean, in this position, maybe if the DT drop does a bunch of damage, maybe there's a way. But at this point, 30 supply behind. He's got 3 gates compared to 5. Again, 5 facts. This is just, I don't know. I mean, once Navane hits like 100 supply and he just rolls out, that might be it. Well, the only issue though, he doesn't really have any mobile detection. No scanners, no science vessels. So going for DTs might, keep Gorgo alive for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like, okay, he's building some scanners now, or 1 scanner. I was gonna say, like, if Gorgo can get in here and take out that turret first, then I would say either go for the SCVs, go for the armory, take out the important buildings. He could do a lot of damage, potentially with this.
Yeah, but he has half the supply of Terran. Like I'm pretty sure there's almost nothing that can happen. That'll help.
And he's about.
Do you see it,
He's
Snipe?
about. Yeah, I see it. He's about to get his cliff dropped with 2 tanks.
Yep.
But I mean, he does have these DTs in a shuttle, and he's actually moving back.
Only to pick up the 3rd DT.
Okay. I mean, it might be close enough that he's not going to take a ton of damage necessarily from this. He still might, but...
Yeah, so it's cute. I like it. At least,
yeah.
Even if it's a bit slow, the Protoss, he has some sort of follow-up. His initial rush didn't really do too well, but you know, the proxy gate was not very successful, but I mean, he did have some follow up.
Hmm. So he's bringing up all his dragoons back, or not? Okay. He actually has 2 shuttles on the map now. So let's see if these DTs get anything done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting some kills here. Loses one of them.
Yeah, this is too little too late, it feels. I mean, these
Yeah.
DTs, what if they get like 10 kills apiece? It doesn't matter. Terran's still way too ahead.
Well, yeah, and Gorgo's gonna lose his necks here. Like, he had a second shuttle flying across the map, but now it's just sitting in the middle of the map when he could have used it to save his nexus, right?
Yeah. I mean, a lot was going on. He had to defend against.
Oh,
the
what
net.
is this? He's rebuilding the nexus with the 2 tanks,
Oh.
hitting it. There goes 400 minerals.
Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah.
Cliff dropping illegal. Oh, that's unfortunate. That goes to knowing the map. Like, you got to be aware of that this is a possibility and have something in mind to deal with this, right? Have a plan. Like, okay, if Terran does drop my cliff, what am I gonna do to defend it? What am I gonna do to stop?
Yeah.
Most cases, it's gonna be like you're gonna need a shuttle out, right? You're gonna need to know what's coming and have a shuttle ready.
Damn, merciless. Europe.
Yeah.
Typical Europeans. No mercy. I don't know what I'm saying. What am I going for here? But to be honest, Snipe, this game's pretty much over.
Yeah, well, yeah. Navane's up to 5 facts again. He's on 2 base. Gorgo's on 3 gates, adding a 4th now.
Why did he drop 2 dragoons?
I don't know.
What is going on here?
Maybe keep the Terran preoccupied, bring him back. I mean, he's gonna get some damage. He's gonna kill this tank at least. He's just trying to be cute, doing little drops. I guess.
There's something weird about Gorgo goons, man. They tank mines and don't die. I need these
Okay.
Gorgo goons.
So, for Navane, I just want to see him push across. He went for this 5 fact again, but he's not doing anything with it at the moment. And especially because he knows he killed Gorgo's natural nexus. And because he know Gorgo did some weird early shenanigans and dropped DTs. Like, you know Gorgo spent a lot of money on tech getting the DT drop. You know, I mean, Gorgo's not going to be rich from getting the nexus sniped. And because he went for a 5 fact, that's an aggressive build to begin with. Gorgo's not going to have near enough to defend it. Like, looking at the supplies, he's almost 100 supply ahead. He could easily just move across the map.
What I want to know is, why is he doing these goon drops?
Yeah, there's 4 goons coming in now.
Like, at least have a Reaver. Because then it can do a bunch of damage quickly to the miners, or the workers.
Is he going to lose these shuttles to the turret now? No. I mean, I guess he's keeping the Terran kind of in his base. Or keeping the Terran playing scared to buy himself some more time, but he's just so far behind. He's only mining from 1 base that's not completely saturated, and it's running low on minerals. He hasn't transferred any probes to his natural. So from what I can tell, I think Gorgo pays a lot more attention to unit control than macro. Like, unit control is definitely plays a role, but you want to like prioritize getting the units to use and having enough units and enough of everything to be okay against whatever the opponent's doing.
Yeah, this is too little, too late. There's science vessels out already. Gorgo hasn't really successfully secured a second mining base this entire game, and he's about to just walk all of his goons to their death for a science vessel. Not worth. Not worth.
So I mean, Terran's lost his SCV, but he's constructing a 3rd base, and Terran's actually almost mined out of his natural. He's gonna actually mine out of his natural before his main.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Terran's just mined so much more at this point. Gorgo has a ton of resources still in his natural. We're actually gonna see a double dropship counter drop here in Gorgo's base. He's gonna lose a bunch of probes.
Ooh.
Oh man. Oh, look at the probe stat. No, it hurts my heart. Oh. Breaks my heart, those poor probes.
Oh, with his DT. Ooh, juicy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's like 10 DTs queued up. This is so desperate.
Gorgo has like 12 probes total mining. He's not even mining gas at the moment. He's got a couple more DTs in the base of Navane. Maybe he's trying to do the shoot thing. Attack multiple places, do some tricky, gimmicky stuff. But
Yeah, and just pray that it works.
But I mean, yeah, it's not working out too effectively for him.
Yeah, but congratulations to Navane and to Chobos with Attitude though. They played really solid this entire B team series.
Calling the game already. I mean,
I might be going out on a limb, risking my reputation.
He's only
here,
100.
but
Come on now, Gorgo's only 140 supply down. It's not too bad.
what's he spelling? What's he spelling?
Why?
Yo. He's gonna hit us with the yo.
He knows it's over. That's why. He's gonna be like, yo. Well, at least he's styling for the cast, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Gorgo, what's up?
Yeah, you know what? At least Gorgo has decency to acknowledge the casters. Who's the other guy? Damn, completely BM'd us. No, I'm kidding.
That's good.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh jeez, this is rough. It hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yo, Gorgo, what's up?
Well, are you sure
Yeah,
it's yo? Because I think he didn't finish. He didn't close the O.
He can't make another pile on there. There's a tree in the way.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it looks like Navane's gonna move out now and just run over the game or end the game.
Yeah, he
But
has
at this
2-1.
point,
2-1
Gorgo could've
upgrades. Yikes.
Could have just GG'd knowing it's over, rather than just staying and typing yo, or writing yo in pylons. But he's gonna try and be annoying, harass.
I appreciate
You know,
it. He has heart. He doesn't give up. That's it's a good thing.
Just like me.
Yeah,
Just like me.
the
never give
GG timing could use a little bit of work. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I wonder if Navane's gonna see this yo. He's gonna be like, "Whoa, what's up?" He sees a couple pylons here. He doesn't see that it spells yo yet. Come on, move that science vessel down.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yo.
Come on.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's really just a matter of when will
Gorgo tap
Navane
out.
clean up and when Gorgo will tap out as well.
That's all that we're waiting for is Gorgo to decide when he's gonna tap out.
You want to make bets? Ah, damn.
No bet. GG, well played.
Yep. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well played by Navane. Definitely could have ended that sooner, but I mean, he stuck to his build, knew what he was doing, and just defended all of Gorgo's weird strats, and held off and took the 2-1. Another win for CWA.
Yep, really nice. And that wraps up the four sets or four whatever games that we did today.